Looking for a compact but powerful PC that won't break the bank? You're in the right place. Today, we're taking a look at two awesome builds in both black and white, featuring impressive performance for gaming and everyday use. Check the links for all the parts in the description. First, both builds use the Shuoyi Phoenix U300 case, a compact matte X case with a built-in handle. With a volume of 14.6 liters, it's very portable if you need to move it around. As for I/O, it comes standard with one Type-C port, two USB 3.0 ports, and a 3.5mm audio jack. The number of front panel ports is quite good, more than enough for daily use. For the overall build, the black configuration pairs a 5600X with a 7600 XT, while the white configuration pairs a 12400F with a 7600 XT. Now let's quickly go over the specs and performance of each configuration. First, configuration 1. The CPU is a 5600X with 6 cores and 12 threads. Compared to the 5600, the 5600X has slightly higher base and boost clock. Its performance in some online games will be a bit better. The motherboard is an MSI A520M Pro. It's an entry-level A520 motherboard, but it has no problem handling the 5600X. In our tests with this motherboard, the 5600X scored 10,853 in R23 multi-core and 1,531 in single-core. For cooling, considering the 5600X has a TDP of only 65W, we chose the Cryrig M9A, an entry-level tower cooler whose cooling capacity is more than sufficient. For RAM, we have two 8GB sticks from Shuoyi's Xinwu series with CL16 timings, a frequency of 3200 MHz, and 65 nanosecond latency. The storage is a 1TB Lexar NM620 Pro. In this build, we measured read speeds of 3,640 megabytes per second and write speeds of 2,873 megabytes per second. The graphics card is the PowerColor RX 7600 XT 8GB Fighter VR Black, a dual-fan graphics card with a length of 253mm. It scored 10,112 in 3D Mark TimeSpy. The power supply is the Enermax Cyber Bronze 650 watts. It has an 80+ bronze certification. Although it's a non-modular PSU, it still comes with sleeve cable. Additionally, it uses all Japanese capacitors, and the overall build quality is quite good. In terms of performance, the Ludashi overall score is 1.26 million. In Delta Force Hawk Ops at 2K resolution high preset FSR set to quality, with frame generation on, it averaged 198 FPS. In Naraka Bladepoint at 2K resolution high preset with FSR set to quality, it averaged 109 FPS. In Cyberpunk 2027 at 2K resolution ultra preset FSR set to quality with frame generation on, it averaged 112 FPS. In CS2 at 2K resolution medium preset, it averaged 208 FPS. Finally, after a 10-minute stress test, the CPU temperature was around 78 degrees Celsius with a software reported power draw of 77 watts. The GPU temperature was 75 degrees Celsius with a software reported power draw of 169 watts. The total system power draw from the wall was 279 watts, and the total weight is 5.5 kilograms. Next up is the white configuration. The CPU is an i5-12400F, and the motherboard is a colorful H610M-G Wi-Fi V21. It has an all-white PCB design and offers pretty good value for the money. In our tests, it scored 12,415 in R23 multi-core and 1,692 in single-core. The cooler is the Jonspo CR1400 Evo RGB version. After all, this motherboard supports RGB, so you can also customize the lighting colors. The RAM is still two 8GB sticks of Shuoyi's Xinwu with a 65 nanosecond latency. The storage is also the 1TB Lexar NM620 Pro. Read speed is 3,562 megabytes per second, and write speed is 2,836 megabytes per second. The graphics card is replaced with the white version of the 7600 XT. Additionally, we also have options like the Sapphire RX 7600 XT Pulse, the Yeston RX 7600 XT Sakura Sugar, and the Asus RX 7600 XT Dual. You can choose from any of these cards. However, changing the graphics card will involve some price differences, so you can ask customer service for details. The power supply and case have both been switched to the white versions of the same models. After assembly, the total weight of the PC is 5.4 kilograms. In terms of performance, the Ludashi overall score is 1.35 million. It scored 9,836 in 3D Mark TimeSpy. In Delta Force Hawk Ops at 2K resolution high preset FSR set to quality, with frame generation on, it averaged 192 FPS. In Naraka Bladepoint at 2K resolution high preset with FSR set to quality, it averaged 109 FPS. In Cyberpunk 2027 at 2K resolution ultra preset FSR set to quality, with frame generation on, it averaged 112 FPS. In CS2 at 2K resolution medium preset, it averaged 201 FPS. Finally, after a 10-minute stress test, the CPU package temperature was around 86 degrees Celsius with a software reported power draw of 94 watts. The GPU temperature was 76 degrees Celsius with a software reported power draw of 171 watts. The total system power draw from the wall was 279 watts. Overall, both configurations are very well balanced and also look great. They are suitable for desktop use and for taking on the go. That's all for this video. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.